From a strategic point of view, what role does Amplats play over the next 5 to 10 years? What decisions are you making to steer the business to the future?
At this point, it's probably a good starting point to give credit to Chris Griffith and his team, because what Chris Griffith done, to your point, he's taken a very complex business, he's simplified it. That was through very challenging times, low commodity prices, and he's really turned the business around with a significant reduction in sustaining costs, significant increase in production, despite the fact that he restructured the business fundamentally. I think the opportunity for us at hand at the moment is to make sure that those assets that we have, that we stretch them to their full capacity. In periods of change that the team with Chris has gone through, your focus is different. It is that making the hard decisions, pruning the tree. What we have now is how do we maximize value? Those value would be not strategic, very tactical, is doing the basics right. And those basics are as simple as when we drill a hole for blasting, you drill the hole at the right depth, right diameter, in the right place. That's kind of the basics that we have. People have them in their heads, but we haven't institutionalized them and made it part of the DNA of the business. And you go through many of these examples across our value chain. We've seen in the last, despite COVID, in the last 4 months, just by going back to basics, we've seen at Mogalakwena, our open pit mine, we have seen record productions month on month, just by going back to basics. So going back to basics, first point, making it part of who we are and how we work through our operating model. And then we've spoken technology and digital as overlays in that to make sure that we don't lose that capability again. So at the short term, I think that is the focus. We don't deserve the right to grow unless we know that the assets we have is absolutely optimized. And every asset that we have has got programs that we just call our P101 journey that's targeting those to make sure that we can deliver against that. A big drive for us in the next 2 to 3 years. We're not there yet. The other opportunity is how we integrate the value chain. As Anglo American, we're in the Anglo American Platinum, we're in the fortunate position of having an end-to-end integrated value chain. And there's opportunity for us to think through how we optimize that. If you think about our different mining assets, every asset has got a very different basket, both in terms of PGM product basket I'm referring to, both in terms of PGMs and base metals. So they've got their own unique position in our portfolio, and it also allows us to respond to whatever the market might do. And I'll probably touch a little bit on that just now. Because of that basket diversification that we have. And then we have the benefit of having processing facilities. And I believe that processing facilities is definitely gives us that additional strategic advantage that we can map out all the way to our customer. That's the other opportunity. Then there's opportunities for growth. We have small growth opportunities at Unki, our operation at Zimbabwe, operation that's so well run. That team does exceptional work and manage their operation within the constraints of the Zimbabwean realities. We have our Mototolo, also like Unki, underground mechanized mine, Mototolo operations, first for a replacement and then an expansion opportunity. Amandelbult, our only deep level conventional way that we make a conventional stope safe. And then the future of Amandelbult will also be mechanized. So that process is underway. And then there's Mogalakwena, first tier asset. In terms of returns, you will go far to find the kind of returns that we can make from that asset. And there's a real expansion opportunity there. And that expansion opportunity is exciting because it's a integrated opportunity, from how we build relationships with our communities to really exploring opportunities for open pit and underground mining, a technologically advanced processing facility or concentrator, and then making sure that we integrate the value chain, and really quite a unique opportunity there because we're setting this operation up for the first portion of its 100 years life. And then there's, in addition, if we think about our product makes life better. It plays a vital role in clean air. It plays a vital role for us to make our automotive industry cleaner and greener. It doesn't matter what the drivetrain future look like, with our portfolio of products or our diversity in products, we can play a role, whether it's the electrification of the drivetrain, a continuation of increased stricter legislation on emissions, whether it's the hydrogen economy. The only place we don't play a role is in battery electric vehicles. I think, so if we consider decarbonisation and impacting on global warming, I think our product has got a key place to play. And to that point, our responsibility then, I think, to also help to develop that market. So another piece of interesting technology that we're busy with is developing a hydrogen truck, fully green hydrogen. And not only will that help us with our decarbonisation journey, but I think the technology development that's associated with that will play a big role in the broader hydrogen economy and helping with developing that. And if we think about I think it's actually quite an exciting environment where it can be truly green, and the application is broad, anything from automotive, light vehicle, heavy duty, to stationary fuel cells, a very different way of just the electrification of our world.